Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Every time I go to say that, I'm wondering if I'm faced the right way. Hold on. I'm gonna get this on my computer to make sure that this is the right way. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. I always have to make sure it's the right day before I say that. Yes, I am the right way. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I hope you have some time to come hang out with me. I'm working on a new design that I've never done this particular design, so really not sure. Hi, Marianne, how are you? I'm really not sure how this is going to work. It's a little nerve-wracking when you haven't done something specific and you're going to do it live. But you know what I always say? What's the worst that can happen? If I have to do it over, I do it over. No big deal. But I'm happy to do a spring project. I was sitting here working on gathering paperwork. I needed to get away from my desk, getting tax information together. That is not fun. Not my thing. Hello, Miss Lori. How are you? Hello from Canada. Did you have that blizzard, by the way, Lori? Last time I was on live, you were on. You said you were getting ready for a blizzard. I hope you didn't have it. Hopefully not. I'll try and be very creative. So let me share what I am making tonight. These are gorgeous ceramic candlesticks. A beautiful soft shade of green. They have a beautiful bottom with a scroll design there. Two different heights. I don't even know how tall these are. Let's see. The first one is about 12 inches and the second one is almost 15 inches. And you'll see that I have these prepped. I'm actually going to share how I put some of these things together. Maybe I can inspire someone. Instead of using floral foam, I use that gaps and cracks. That is spray insulation foam. You spray it in, it comes wet, and then as it dries, it expands. And it has like a styrofoamy texture. It's perfect to put florals in. And so much easier than using the floral foam, especially in certain instances like this, because you would have to glue the floral foam, and in something like this, it wouldn't be quite so secure. When I'm using floral foam in baskets or something like that, that I'm putting it in tight, or I can use zip ties or something like that. But on this, I love using the gaps and cracks. So there's a little pro tip for you. And I have some, this is going to be an Easter design. These are the florals that I have, very soft colors, soft lavenders and yellows, and the greens sort of look frosted. So it's all soft, and I have some greens that I'm gonna put in there. I have some eggs, and I wanna top them off with these adorable bunnies. These are straw bunnies. They look like a Mr. and Mrs. They have a blue, one has a blue and one has a pink ribbon around their neck. Adorable. So they're gonna be my centerpieces of this, and I'm gonna build my florals around it. And at the end, if anyone is interested in purchasing, she will be ready to go. So tell me, what is everybody doing on this night, and what kind of weather are you dealing with? It's not so bad here today. Well, it's cold, but it's bearable. It's bearable. Oh, it was nothing, Lori? Good, I'm glad. Enough of this snow, and I hope you're done with this. It looks as though your dog really enjoys the snow. But other than that, I'm hoping that you're ready for winter to be over as well. Those pictures that you share are absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna do the base of this in some moss so I can cover that foam up. By the way, Lori, did you get that private message that I sent you? Hey, Kath, how are you? I feel like I haven't seen or heard from you. By the way, you have an order here to pick up. Hey, Bev, how are you? Did I just see Kathy or was I? It's cold there, Marianne. Ugh. You just watched a webinar. I just was on Etsy and I saw that webinar. I said, oh, I have to go back and watch it, which I didn't. You'll see in the group that I posted a question. I was having trouble finding things, but Eileen answered it for me, I think. And hopefully that's the right information. I hate getting all paperwork together. That is just not my forte. I like to leave that up to my husband. And he has no idea about my Etsy or my, he's like gonna say, give me all the paperwork. So I'm trying to be very organized with it. We'll see how that goes. There's one. Let's get this one covered. It's like putting some hair on it. This stuff makes an absolute mess. It's very messy. And I stick them in here with U-shaped floral pens. I don't think I've ever done a project like this where I've been on live and really started from the beginning and completed it. So that's my goal for tonight. I wasn't going to do a sale tonight. I was going to wait until after Valentine's Day because I really have a lot at the store. So I wasn't going to restock, but I didn't want to miss an opportunity to go live. So I said, let me go do a new design. And I don't know if this will go to the store, if somebody doesn't scoop it up after watching tonight, or if this will go right on Etsy. I really need to start paying more attention to my Etsy. See, doesn't it look like hair? Then I like to give it a little haircut, trim it off. I do have a trash can here, by the way, just so you don't think I'm putting that on the floor. Somebody said that to me one day as I was cleaning off. And they're like, I can't believe you're just throwing that stuff on the floor. I said, I'm not throwing it on the floor. I have a trash can here. Oh, good. You did, Lori. I'm telling you, you should seriously look into that. There's lots of opportunities for good photography. And you are amazing at it. Use that talent. Okay. All right, first things first, I am going to, I just want to cover this up a little bit more. I'm going to stick my bunnies in on top. Hey, Nuns. Hey, Marie. Oh, you went to Hobby Lobby today. I need to get there. I'm probably going tomorrow. I ordered a case of something that should be in tomorrow. Hope you got something good. Nuns, congratulations. What happened in my family? I don't think anything happened that we're congratulating unless I missed something. All right, let's start with my bunny. I'm gonna cut these tags off. And these are going to stick on with skewers. Because again, it could stick right into that foam. This kind of makes me feel bad. I feel like I'm impaling the poor bunny. Let's see. Oh my God. so cold down here. You know, my workspace is in the basement and there's no heat down here. I do have a portable heater. Ooh, that I should have on, but I don't. I gotta go a little bit shorter with these. Oh shoot, I forgot to plug my glue in. That takes a while to heat too. Perfect. Oh, I dropped Mrs. Bunny. See? Good night. My husband's going to bed. All right, let me skewer this one. Get her stuck in. Sorry, I gotta do. Gotta do what I gotta do. Oh, so Kath, you're working a lot of hours now, huh? Haven't worked in full-time in 25 years. Holy cow. I guess I won't be meeting you at the thrift store too often. I definitely need to get glue on those as soon as my glue dries. But aren't they just adorable? I love them. Okay, I'm gonna start with, come on glue. Start cutting down my greens here. See, and these are bushes of greens, whether I go for greens or blooms, and then I cut them into individual stems. These are great because these are what are called pushers, which means the greens are down here, but I can push them all up until the end to make them fuller. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna cut all these off. See, I'm really starting from scratch. Normally I have this done ahead of time, or I may jump on just to add a bow or finish up. That's okay. Like I said, I was happy to do, well, that's all I'm doing now is spring and summer. So I'm very, it's like I get up in the morning and I just can't wait to get in here so I can start working on feel-good projects. I have this one coming up too. This keeps staring at me. I love this. Is this not gorgeous? This is big too. This is gonna go on a wreath. This is gonna be a very cool wreath. Hey Doris, how are you? Thanks, Bev. Ah, my glue's starting to work. I'm just gonna take them out quick. I need to add some glue so I know that they are secure. Some glue to this one. I'd be lost without my glue gun. Okay, now we're gonna start adding greens. And then put in those pretty floral pastel colors. Just love it. Then it just starts to fill in as we go round and round. I'm going to use some of this lighter green as well. These are not pushers, but that's okay. I like to use a variety of greens. It just makes it look a little bit more natural, even though we know that they're not real florals, they're silk florals, but it adds a nice texture when you add different color, different type leaves. It just fills it in so pretty. Has anybody else started to get their tax information ready? Oh, that's why I couldn't wait to come on live, so I had an excuse to walk away from my desk. I'm like, I don't want to do this. And I did. I really tried to be good this year and be organized. And for the most part, I was. I knew where to find all the information. So I'm giving myself kudos for that, because it doesn't always work that way. To look for stuff, can't find it. I know I put that in a good spot, such a good spot that I forgot where it is. You know how that goes. Or at least I hope you do. I can't be the only one. Thank you, Beth. I knew that would make you proud. My goal is to be like you when I grow up. I'm trying. Okay, see how she starts to fill in with the greenery? And I'm going to do this with the greenery, and then I'm going to add the flowers. I just want to try and make it even. It's not hard. That was one of my reasons, Marie. I said, you know what? My goal is always to inspire people, but if I can teach, I'd love to teach too. I certainly have my customers that would say, it looks easy, or that's great, but you never catch me doing it myself. Just make it for me and I'll come buy it. And then I have people who like to learn and attempt to do things on their own. And I love that. There's a great satisfaction that comes with teaching. By the way, Marie, did you get the things put on your tray? You have to send me a picture when you get your tray staged. I still can't believe you have like the perfect spot for that. It looked like it was made just for your coffee table. I don't know if that's gonna stay. So you have to promise me that you're gonna send me a picture when it's complete. And I hope you had a nice time on Sunday when you had the family over for all that delicious food. I went to go drop an order off to Marie, and her husband were cooking on Sunday. And oh boy, you walked in her house and it just smelled so delicious. It's been around the room now. It's on my sofa table. So you haven't decided where it's going to go. I do that. Oh, maybe I'll put it here. Maybe I'll put it there. It is a versatile piece where it could go anywhere. And you can keep moving it. So that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. You're inspired, Laura? Making the bows makes you... Well, I'm going to do a bow to go on here. Obviously a small bow because it's not a big spot. But once you get the hang of doing bows, They're not difficult, so don't be intimidated by them. I promise. There was a time I didn't know how to make them either. I remember when I used to work in Manhattan and I had to take the train to work, and I had my train girlfriends. You know, when you commute like that, it's every day you're sitting in the same seat with the same people, spending an awful lot of 2 hours in, 2 hours out every day. Well, really, we weren't together on the way home. We were only together on the commute into the city. But we shared a lot, and one of them was, at that time, I didn't know how to make bows. And one of the other girls did. So one day I brought, aside from my briefcase and all my work stuff that I had to travel with, I brought a big shopping bag of things that I needed bows made for. I'm trying to remember. I think that was for Justin and Megan's engagement party. We were doing the decorating for it, and I really needed help with making the bows. So I brought all the stuff in a shopping bag on the train, and she helped me make the bows. And that's when I originally learned. Although hers was a different technique and a little bit more difficult, in my opinion. And then I had to carry that big shopping bag and not crush the bows. That was definitely a feat. But it was fun. And then I used to go to some stores in the city. I worked in Midtown, and the fabric district was right there. But there was a lot of stores that sold also the floral district. That's the industry of which I worked with. All of the event planners and floral designers. So all of those stores where they shopped were right there for supplies, ribbons, containers. So often after an event, they would be getting rid of things. It really is a very wasteful industry. Think about the amount of flowers that goes into an event and the amount of money that they cost. They would very often go in the garbage afterwards. But I had a few clients that would come by and say, I know you want the flowers. And I used to be walking the streets holding these flowers, getting on the train, hoping that they weren't getting smushed. I used to love coming home with that stuff. And that's where I got a lot of my inspiration, and I learned a lot of things. I'm obviously not a trained floral designer, but that's who I learned from. And you just pick it up. All right, I think I'm going to start with some of these flowers now. I got to see how I want them to face. Aren't they cute? See how the greens fill in? I love the color of these candlesticks. This green is such a soft green. I have glue strings. Oh, thanks, Loa. I'm glad I can inspire you. So now I'll wait and see what kind of project you're going to come up with. I'm going to put some of these yellow in. This lavender color is so pretty. All the spring colors are just so soft and happy. Makes me think of that song, who sings that song? Happy. I think the name of the song is Happy. Okay, let's put some purple in here. I need another glue stick. I have to get one of those melting pots to put my glue in. It's like a miniature, what do you call those pans that you cook in? Farrell, yes. Farrell. It's not let's get happy. I hear it in my head and I can't think of the tune of how to sing it. Still needs a haircut. Let's get some of these purples in. Perfect. Are you singing it, Laura? I keep saying, let's get happy. See, and when you start sticking these in, again, it looks natural. It's not perfectly compact. You want it sort of looking wispy, but yet full. Let's get happy. Put one over there. I have another one of those? Yes. Yep, probably all night. You're welcome. I was thinking that the other day. I was walking around singing something, and I'm like, oh man, I can't get this song out of my head. Put another green in here. See, you keep turning, and you'll see spots that need to be filled. If anything is showing, so you stick them in there. Let me get these in here now again because I'm trying to get them even. So I'm going to work on them both. So to look at this one, so I have them not exactly matching, but similar. And nothing goes to waste when I'm doing something like this. You know how before I showed you the pushers? This does have it. I didn't think the bottom of these went up. Never mind. I was going to say that these are not pushers and that the leaves would be left on the bottom. Well, then I would cut them off and use just those leaves. I have baskets behind me, I don't know if you can see, that are full with just leaves. You never know when you have to fill in, especially when I do wreaths and stuff like that. I need fillers, so you need to use the leaves. So sometimes I'll have a big bush of flowers and have leaves left over. I don't throw anything away. Everything gets used eventually. Eventually. I feel happy. See, the song's in my head too, Lori. Thanks a lot. All your fault. I want to be able to see this from the front. So we're going to put him there. And then I'm going to get some of the lavender pieces in. You know what? Where is this? First, I didn't finish this one. Put another one over there. I'm working with my Lazy Susan now too, which is so nice when you do floral arrangements. So you can see all sides. Just makes it easier. Okay. Now, see what I meant? Like this just has leaves on it. It doesn't have the floral, but I'm going to use this because we fill in with our leaves. And I turn it around and round, make sure that there's no bald spots. And if there is, that's where the leaves go in. And it just fills it in perfectly. Perfect. I have a feeling I'm gonna see Lori's Facebook page by this weekend, and she's gonna have some cool floral design. Right, Laura? I love these lavender spikes. So pretty. See, when you have the leaves, you push them all the way up to the floral. Hey, by the way, is anybody on here who has seen me live before? Do you notice any difference in the lighting? I have a new light and I'm so excited. I feel like I have new eyeballs. You know, my studio is down in the basement, so there's a drop ceiling down here with, what do you call them? Hi-hat lightings. Those hi-hat lights. But they are so sporadically placed, and those lights were there before I started using down here for my work. So they were never over the area where I needed to be. So I had portable lights, but the lighting has always been awful. And it's always been very obvious on lives to me. So I'm wondering if it looks any lighter to any of you. I have to keep refreshing my page. Okay. Now we're going to add some of these little purples. These have great leaves too. Very textural. I always go for the very textural things. Price stickers are one of my pet peeves. Some of them are easy to get off, and the other ones, they make it so damn hard. That's like when you shop for a picture or a piece of art that has a glass front or anything on the front, and the stores put the price tag right in the front. Like, why would you do that? And the glue is like made out of God knows what, because it's so hard to get off. I'm always sitting there with my Goo Gone. Now I've realized lately because I'll do a lot of that on my paint table, I use the blow dryer on it. I only recently discovered that, and duh, I don't know why, but when you heat it up, it obviously heats up the glue, which loosens it and makes it easier to get the sticker off. I'm like, oh my God, why didn't I know that a long time ago? Takes me a while to figure out some things. But when I figure them out, I like to share. They're all good tips. All good tips. Always looking for tips that make things easier. Two more of these. And I have some eggs that I'm going to put in here too. I had the bigger eggs, but I think I'm going to do the little ones. I have these sparkly ones, which are so cute. All right, where's this need to go? I think we're going to do that right there. Actually, I don't know which ones I have these. And then I have these. These are little ones. I don't know. We'll see when I get to that point. All right, let me switch again and do some of the purples in this one. Does everybody decorate a lot for Easter? As the years go on, I am decorating less and less. And I shouldn't say that with what it is that I do. But it's not that I just decorate in a different way now. I used to put out so much stuff. First of all, I don't have as much time anymore. I don't like having to take it all back down again. I just do it in a much simpler way now. It still looks festive, still looks pretty, just much simpler. I think that happens with a lot of things as we get older. We, like everything, we evolve. Our taste changes. Our enthusiasm for certain things change. Everything changes, which is not a bad thing. That's perfectly fine. Got to roll with it. So next week, my Valentine's stuff will come down. I have my grandson next weekend. Maybe I could talk him. Yes, less is more. Not in all things, because some things I like to, I always used to like go big or go home. But sometimes I like it simpler. So anyway, I'm going to have Justin next weekend for the entire weekend. So I may put him to work. I don't think that he'll love that, but I'll have to get creative and make it fun somehow. I'll probably have to bribe him, but that's okay. All right, see how pretty they're filling in? Can you see them? I'm hoping that this camera angle is good. You know what? I have more of these. I'm just gonna put these all in. I'm not just gonna save one bush of them. More drinks and oysters. That I can always go for. Oh, speaking of which, it's rosé tonight. Not Cabernet, not white. This is a really good blush or a rosé from Pominock Vineyards. Ah, so good. And I was just, I don't know, Bobby came home, I made dinner, he's like, you want wine? And I says, I could really go for that rosé. So out came the rosé, delish. Camera needs to be raised just a bit. Really? All right. Lori, you better not jinx me that my whole camera will fall down. Were you on here that time that I did that? I think I was pointing it down thinking that you could see the thing better. How's that? I hate touching that camera once I have it in the stand because it falls down so easily. Oh, you're back? Oh, how nice. Marianne, isn't it your daughter's birthday? Aren't you supposed to be with your daughter? I thought you said that on the post yesterday. Oh, got glue hanging. Yes. Well, tell Shauna I said happy birthday. How old is she? Am I allowed to ask that? Where do I want to put this? I'll put this right here. Okay. Now, oh, wait. Got a couple more here. Oh, you're going to go out tomorrow. Nice. She's 47. Wow. Yikes. See, I wasn't going to ask how old you are. I feel that it's safe to ask how old your children are. Let's see. Where do we want this? I'm going to put this right in front. I love working on these candlesticks as opposed to in just a regular vase type container. I love that they stand. It's almost like pedestals. I have a couple more here. And then I will be done with this. And then I'm going to see what eggs I'm going. Your oldest son is 50. You're 67. Okay. And you're only as old as you feel. Some days I feel 90. Some days I feel 30. Those are not too often. Not too often that I feel 30. I may think like I'm 30, but not necessarily feel it. But I believe that you need to stay young at heart. It's the only thing that's going to keep you going. Yep, it's just a number. See, I think he's pretty full, right? I'm going to add the extras into this one, and then I'm going to do the eggs. Or act like you're 30. Oh, but my daughter's going to be 30 this year. I don't know if, you know, there's certain things that I can't do that a 30-year-old can do. Go out and stay out all night. Not only can I not do it, but I wouldn't have a desire to do that. But I try and stay on my game, even physically. I do a lot of physical work, hauling crap all over the place, up and down the stairs, in and out. I was thinking about that when I was emptying out my mother's place. I'm like, dang, I'm getting old. But I said, nope, I could do it. I could do it. I think I only made my brother carry one thing. Otherwise, I was hauling a lot of that stuff myself. Because they would go on one day, I would go on another. Lynette, happy birthday. Happy 30th birthday. Holy cow. You guys are getting up there. When I read your post the other day about playing softball, that brought back such great memories. It seems like yesterday, and yet it seems like forever ago. I miss that. Yeah, party all night and still go to work the next day. That would not happen now. I would definitely need some recuperation time. And then again, I wouldn't want to do that. Take me out for a nice dinner. I can have a few cocktails. Then I'm ready to go home. I'm good. I'm good. All right, one more yellow here. And we are good. She's doing good, Doris. Thank you. Do you mean as far as COVID? She was like a trooper with that, even though she was in the hospital. I have to say, she's going to be 88 next week. She's already telling us, make sure we're going out to dinner for my birthday. Thank God she's all with it up here. She has a tough time physically, but she's doing well. And I will tell her you said hello. Thank you. All right, what do you think? See how pretty they filled in? I like when they sort of face each other. So now I am going to add some eggs here. We figured out, speaking of my mom's age, she only has her left, and I forget what, I don't know if you know, Marianne, if you're still on here. My mother is one of 6 children. I forgot which order she was. There was 3 boys and 3 girls. They're all gone except for my mom and her youngest brother. Her youngest brother, who was only a few years older than my sister. I think I'm going to use these eggs rather than the sparkly ones. I think I decided. I think the sparkly ones don't go with these soft colors. Not anymore. We would just be going in at 9. We would just be going out at 9. Oh, gotcha. I thought you were talking about my mom, Marianne. I got confused. I was telling them that my mom and Michael, who is the youngest child, who is just a little bit older than my sister, are the only ones left. And I have to say, my mom is doing really well. You know, she'll complain and not be feeling well some days, but for the most part, the both of them are doing pretty well. Handling their difficulties, and they're doing good. Michael was born in 49, the same age as your husband. All right, tell me quick how old that is. I want to bend these over. I love these little eggs. Let me put some in here. Debbie was born in 53. Oh, we're giving out everybody's age. They are 62. Okay. Anyway, I think it's amazing. My mom is doing pretty good. Sometimes I have to remind her of that. And don't we all need the reminder sometimes to be happy that we woke up this side of the dirt, given another day. Yes, I am, Lynette. These will be available when I am done. Let me cut off some more of these. See with the eggs in it sticking out? I don't know if my camera is near enough. I can't have it so near because I don't know. I can never get a good camera angle. It's very difficult. And I'm just going to bend them a little bit. And I think I will put 2 more in each one. Let's see, do we have anything left on here? I used them all? I'll go into the second one then. Blues and purples, all these pretty pastel colors. Thank you, Mary Ann. Stick them into my... Another one here. Oh, there's other things on this too that I may stick in there. See, that's what happens. Sometimes I think I finish a design and I'm like, oh, I could put a little bit more here. I could put a little bit more there. Let me put those in front there. And I wind up adding to it. I leave something hanging up or sitting down and I walk past it and I say, oh, let me just add one more thing. Like I'll have a wreath here that I just finished and I'll come back and say, oh, I need to add something to it. I got to go with that. Less is more. Thank you, Doris. The camera is good. It was cutting off your head and the butt. Okay, I don't care about my head, but I want you to be able to see the bunnies. This is going to go back here. And then I think I am going to do a bow. Just a little bow. One more on this one. And we're good. Yeah, I didn't, well, I knew I wanted to do these candlesticks. And I pretty much got the colors going, so I chose the florals, but I never know quite how it's going to go together. Is my plan going to work? Was my bunnies being staked in there going to work? And if it didn't, then you take it apart and you start all over again. That's all. This one's going to go. But most of the time, a design evolves as I work on it. Okay, let's get this out of the way. See how cool those things are? I could add that to it too. This one has, you know what? See? There we go. I'm going to add to it. love anything that has like stick-like and wispy. That's cute. Put another one here. And then I will do a bow. That one. Now this one has purple ones. These are all wrapped with paper. Everything I buy, I dismantle to take the individual stems to build my own creation. Oh, I miss you too, Lynette. And by the way, you look amazing. Keep up the good work, girl. Very proud of you. You go, girl. And put another little purple one in here. Okay. Rewrap these so they stay. And this will go on this side. Okay. What do you think? So now I have these ribbons here, and I think I'm just going to do a little bow. Nothing that's worth it, Lynette, is easy. We can't always describe things as whether they're easy or hard, just how much we want it. And you keep going, one foot in front of the other. And before you know it, a month has passed, and another month. And another month, and all of a sudden you say, holy cow, look at me. That's what you got to do, one day at a time. Sometimes when you look at it and say, oh my God, I have another 6 months, I have another year, that's where it becomes overwhelming. You got to, one day at a time. All right, so I have ribbons here. You know, I have notifications up there, and they're in my way of seeing. I'm hoping that I don't think they're in your way of seeing. No. So I think I'm just going to do a little bow. Let's see. I'll give you the bow lesson, Lori. Very simple. Take my bow and make a loop. Squinch it. So I got my tail in front. Then I'm going to twist in the back to come back to make 2 loops. Twist again, have my tail, and cut it. I'm holding it in the middle because I'm going to add another ribbon to it. Now I'm going to have the tail go on the opposite end. I'm going to squinch it. I'm going to twist it. I'm twisting it so I keep the nice side of the fabric out. Twist it again, make another loop. Try and get your loops even. Cut it. Then I have this pretty purple. I'm wondering if I should just, this is not a wired edged ribbon. I think that I'll just put a little piece of this because it's soft. Looks pretty. That on there, cut it, and then I take a pipe cleaner, fold it in half, let it go in the middle of the bow, I have all glue and moss on my nails. And then you keep twisting the bow. Tight, tight, tight. Zhuzh out your bow. Your tails. I'm going to dovetail the edges just to give it a little bit of a finished look. And then, to be able to put it in there, I am going to put it on a skewer. I'm going to wrap the pipe cleaner around it. And then I'm going to apply glue and just keep wrapping it down so it stays on here. Tight, 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 tight. The glue will hold it secure and it won't go anywhere. It is easy, Marianne. And yes, one foot in front of the other. Lynette has been on an amazing weight loss journey and she's doing awesome and looks fabulous. It's not easy, but we can't concentrate on it being hard, just that we got through another day. Sometimes that's what I have to do. I say, I made it through another day. All right, so now I'm deciding where I want to put it in there. I have to cut down this skewer. And let me turn it here. I think I will stick that right there. Let me get some glue on this. And that just made it even more festive and very Eastery. All right, why can't I get it in? There we go. Fix it. No, it's not in a good spot. There we go. Bow just adds that little something something. And I'm going to do a bow on this one. What did I start with? Okay, again, just make a loop. Squinch it, twist it so the right side is out. Make sure your loops are the same size. Cut it. Take the second fabric, lay it on top. Twist it so the nice side is out. Make your loop. Squinch it in the middle. Twist. Oh, look at that. I had just enough ribbon. I always look at my flowers first, then I look at my ribbons to see what I have to coordinate it with. I had just enough. Perfect. I put the skewers in the bottom of the bunny and I glued the bottom of the skewers and I stuck it into the foam that's on the candlestick. So basically, I stuck wood up his butt. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Okay, then cut this one. Take my pipe cleaner, bend it in half, make it go around the middle of the ribbon. Twist it. get my skewer. Nice twisted on my skewer. Ah, you're gonna go look for ribbon. Do you have Hobby Lobby by you, Laura? Although, I have to say, I love Hobby Lobby, and I am there a lot, and I buy a lot of product from there, but I'm not crazy about their ribbon. The one store that I used to have here, that I used to love for ribbon, was AC Moore. They have since closed. I believe that they supposedly partnered with Michaels. I'm not really sure about that. Oh, you don't have Hobby Lobby. What about Michaels? Do you have Michaels? And you know where I went to go? I used to get a lot of ribbon at Costco and Sam's Club. Costco didn't have it. I was told by someone who I follow online that Sam's had it. I don't know. Michaels is good. You could go to Michaels. But I will tell you that they are out, I guess, these supply chain issues. We all know about that. They don't have half of what they used to have. And I've been having to order a lot more stuff online, which is fine because I'm even getting better deals, but there's certain things that I like going to the store for. I like to see, I like to touch, and one of those is ribbons. So I've been having a hard time with my ribbons. Let me see where I put that. And if I have these two face each other, I want to be able to put the ribbon. I think that I'm going to do that there. Joann's is another one. I bought a lot of nice Christmas ribbon there. So yes, that's a good place to check out too. Oh, I'm gonna dovetail these ribbons. So I want to see everybody do their project, and you have to share pictures. This. Ah, I get to take a sip now. And we are done. Tell me what you think. Can you see them good? I'm not cutting them off, am I? I love these candlesticks. And again, they're available. Anybody wants to claim it while I make it, it's $62 for the pair. Thank you, Laura. So much fun doing projects when I can talk to everyone. Get your input, little encouragement. It's very cool. So again, I have a lot more Easter and spring and summer projects coming up, many of which will be florals. And I'll make sure that I do a few of those projects from beginning to end so I can teach something. I like the teaching part. Oh, thank you, Debbie. How are you? Thank you, thank you. Thanks for hopping on. Oh my goodness, I have this moss all over the place. What a mess that makes. So now I'll take some nice pictures of this. These will be posted tomorrow. Thank you, Marie. And don't forget to send me pictures of where that, where your tray finally ends up. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with it. And yes, I'm going to stay hydrated, Marianne. With the pink stuff. It's rosé. All right, I'll post and let us know when the next one is going to be. Thank you again for hanging with me. I hope you have a great night. Happy Thursday tomorrow. I don't think I'll be on tomorrow. I don't know what my my schedule. Oh, I have wreaths to make. I have a pretty full day. But you'll be hearing from me. I'll be posting. I'll keep you notified as to when I'm going live, the next project. Any recommendations or something that you would like to learn how to do that you think I may be able to help with, let me know. That may be a great topic to do a live on, and that would be fun. So let me know. Good night, Doris. Thank you all for hopping on with me. Love you, love you, love you. I'll talk to you soon.